Last week I got an email from Atari Homebrew developer Atari Matt, who is asking if I'd like to take a look at his DUNE-inspired homebrew for the 2600, Spice Harvester. Well, not only do I want to take a look at it, but I knew looking at it would make my buddy Mo jealous, so I said, absolutely, send a copy along. Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John, I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video. Yeah, when Matt contacted me, I'm like, based on DUNE? Now, I don't know that much about DUNE. I mean, I've seen the movies, especially the older 80s movie with Patrick Stewart, but look, I know that you're harvesting, in the desert, you're harvesting spice, which is a critical component that they need to survive, and the worms out in the desert, they don't want you to have the spice for whatever reason. I guess they're greedy about the spice, but luckily, that little bit of DUNE that I know about is exactly how much DUNE you need to know about to play Spice Harvester. So look, not only is it just a homebrew game, but it has, look, you can get it in a box with a cartridge, just like you would have when you picked one up as a kid. I love when homebrew developers go through the extra effort to not just make the game, to give me the ephemera around the game, the cartridge that I can put on the shelf. So let's take a look at this cartridge, the physical, and then go play the game, shall we? Now, of course, I'm going to plug this in and play in just a second, but first I wanted to show off the packaging that Matt's created here for Spice Harvester, which is obviously very heavily inspired by the original Atari releases. Look, we have a title and the VCS here, and then we have some fantastical artwork to get you in the mood for what it is you're going to be playing, even though you're playing with little hard to identify sprites on an Atari 2600, all that doesn't matter. Even around here on the back, you can see he has a brief description, a screenshot here. Very, this is a little Activision reminiscent, actually, showing the real screenshot of the back, which I like, used with your joystick controller. It's all by Idiot Box Games, which is produced by Atari Matt. Let me open it up and show you the cartridge, which is gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that great? Again, carrying over the same design you would have seen on Atari era stuff. You have that same fanciful artwork here. It's gone with the kind of the deep orange as a color scheme, and you can see on here, these are nice kind of semi-gloss reproduction labels on this authentic cartridge. So I'm ready to play it. Let's plug this thing in and give it a try, shall we? So when you fire up Spice Harvester, you see all the key components right off the bat. You can see some spice there in the middle of the desert. You can see one of those devious sandworms. You can see your little vehicle that you're going to use to harvest the spice, and then your score at the bottom. No game options or difficulty switches or anything that I can see reference to. I'll give you a link in the video if you want to go take a look, of course. Hit spacebar, little music, and then away you go. So, okay, so we have the sound of the desert, we have this sandstorm out there, and here you see the worm gobbling up the spice. Now what happens is other spice deposits appear, you get your little ship up there to pick them up. As soon as you do, it gets the worm's attention. You got to get away before he gets there. Now he's not only going to eat up the rest of the spice, it's going to take away some of the spice that you're earning on that spice bar at the bottom there. See, I'm gaining spice, but when I move, he's going to take some away, and he takes away some of my points. So as much as you can get of the spice that's out there in the wild before he gets any, so you really have to kind of like play the game of waiting to the last second, like that, because I knew I could finish it up before he got there. So now on the first level, you have to accrue one spice block, which you see in the lower right, and then your drop ship picks you up. You get points for everything you've done, and then you move on to the next level. Now each subsequent level, you must get more spice blocks by filling up your spice meter. And once you have a spice block, then you have a new decision to make in terms of how you either keep or utilize that spice you've earned. All right, so he chewed up a little bit of it, about to earn a block. And if you're a DUNE fan, you're going to recognize the next little bit, which is a thumper. All right, so I've got a spice block filled, and I have some spice. So now I can spend a spice block to drop a thumper, like this. Now while that's here, it's louder than me harvesting spice, so it'll keep the worm busy for about 10 seconds, but it costs you a whole block. So you have to make sure that the block you spend it on, or I should say the deposit you spend it on, is worth it. Because if you're just gonna drop, ooh, worms right there. If you just drop one of those thumpers and earn just a little bit of spice, really you've wasted your time and your resources, honestly. Now, as you go through subsequent levels, the worm gets faster, as you might guess. Here's a great opportunity to drop a thumper and go get some spice. Hopefully it doesn't draw his attention here. There we go. Keeps him going out west. Keeps him busy. And now I'm ahead of where I was. Maybe not as far ahead, but I got that big deposit. All right, 2 blocks. Moves me to the second level. We're gonna play till we get to about 10K or so, or until I die, one or the other. And I think you just get 1 life. Like real life, you just get 1 to work with, so you gotta be extra careful and do as well as you can. I like picking up those little deposits because the worm never gets a chance to get out there after you. Get as much as you can and then run as fast as you can, because he'll come after you, not just the spice, he'll come after you as well. The sound chip on the Atari just sounds so good. Oh, he almost got me. And it's on full display here in the spice harvester. Oh man, I have no extra spice, so I'm just gonna see how much I can get before he gets here and run away. And this is a straight up arcade high score affair. I find the first 2 or 3 levels are not all that challenging as long as you keep an eye out where the worm is. But once you get up to level 4, when it requires 4 spice blocks to finish a level, come on! Ooh, very close. That worm gets fast, and it is really challenging. There we go. Dropship came after me. Bonus level. That'll get me up to almost 5,000, probably. And now we're on level 4, where things get good and challenging, and that worm... You know, you never get any faster, but the worm, he gets much faster. That's a nice big deposit to pick up. Ooh, what a huge... Oh, man, that's a lot. I'm not going to get all of it. Get away before he gets me! See how he not only chases after the spice, it will kind of chase after you because you were the one harvesting it. Now, from level 4 and on, ooh, not quite. From level 4 on, you need 4 blocks to finish a level and get the drop ship. Things just keep getting faster, but the requirement doesn't go up beyond 4 blocks. Oh, that's a big one. Come on. Oh, why is he right next to me? Like, I don't want to use my... Oh, he got me! He got me! Oh, I was just saying... Whoa, game over. I was just saying I didn't want to use my thumper because it's so hard to get spice once you get to that level. So I've gotten around 10, 11,000 so far. That wasn't the example I got here, about 65, 85 in this one. So that is Spice Harvester. When Matt offered to send me this copy of his new Spice Harvester game, he even said, I'm not looking for a review or anything, I just think you would enjoy it. And he's right, I did enjoy it, and tough bananas, Matt, I liked it. You're getting a little feature anyway, because I wanted to share it with other folks. And of course, if you found it as interesting as I did, a link in the description where you can go and look and purchase a copy for yourself. But I tell you, among the things I like about this game, aside from it just being simple, fun, easy to jump into, is I enjoy seeing homebrew authors push the envelope and do crazy things we never thought we could do with the 2600. But this isn't necessarily that. This is more of a throwback to, look, I can imagine it's the late 80s and Atari got the license to DUNE and threw this at Warshaw or Fry or somebody and said, see what you can do with this. I bet they would have come up with something like this. Not to say there aren't impressive things, especially the Sandstorm, I think looks really great on here. But it's the simple pleasure. It's the rudimentary gameplay with the right amount of risk reward, the right amount of satisfactory kind of endorphins that hit when you get the right sounds play and everything is what I like about this. It doesn't work too hard, but it works just hard enough to deliver those original kind of vintage Atari feels. And I really appreciate that, Matt, you send this along for me to take a look at. I'm gonna throw links to some other homebrew games I've looked at in the past over my shoulders here and here. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video though, and I cannot wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.